Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Comrade Stanley Osazos Akwenokwodi, they talk about the election wey happen yesterday for Edo State. He also talk about the decision wey the Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo make concerning Edo revenue. Make I leave you make you hear from Comrade Stanley Osazos Akwenokwodi. The message we bring on today. Enjoy the video.
Yes, happy Sunday to everyone. I'm Comrade Stanley Osazos Akwenokwodi. By the grace of God, the CFO man Edo State and the Coordinator General Edo Diaspora Connect Worldwide. Today, we're going to discuss on a more enlightening topic. I'm going to break it into two segments. The first segment has to do with the coalition result, including the by-election organized in some part of the country called Nigeria. Now, I saw on media some persons claiming that the by-election conducted and its result is serving as a litmus test to what will be obtainable in 2027. If you are a true politician, know these and have peace. Do not make the single mistake or the singular mistake to judge with what you are saying right now. Because Nigerians has already given up on the electoral process. Where you have one, it will be five. A classical example. I never knew that there was by-elections, both in Ovia or in Edo Central, which is part of our own territory. Because I already know that regardless of whatever, the vote will never count. So why should I be disturbing myself over an activity that I know that the resultant of the actions will never be efficacious? Why should I be disturbing myself? If you have not shared it with me, please share. So in the same vein, majority of Nigerians refuse to join the process because they already know the resultant of the election result. But Nigerians are only left with one singular option: the presidential elections in 2027. The presidential election in 2027. That is the focal point of our discourse today. Now, first, let me break it. If you understand the game of politics, you should know that the by-election conducted involves people from the same political enclave. Let me give a classical example. Even if people hate APC or PDP, those in Ovia may like almost a day in person or the PDP candidate. They will come out to vote. They will say, regardless of party, e.g., Chief Gabriel Osawa Rigbididion, who is a member and the chieftain of the People Democratic Party, openly voted for his daughter, which is normal. You will not expect the man to go and vote for somebody else when his own daughter is running in that elections. That's to tell you, the election cut across area where bonds exist. But in the presidential election, where you have heterogeneity of population, a presidential candidate may not even be related to you in any way. E.g., Tinubu is not related to me. Atiku is not so related to me. Obi is not related to me. Nor any presidential candidate that is going to run in the elections. They are not all related to me. We are one Nigerian. We will not decide on the basis of the economic action and economic reality on ground. Let's take a classical example. If Osakwonokwondi wants to contest election today in Okpebholo, Okpebholo will queue by me. Does it mean that the entire Edo State will queue by me? It's a question. So those are their primary constituency. People will also love them in their area. No matter how bad the political platform is, those who are contesting are coming from that particular enclave. They will be decided either based on emotion, based on friendly ties, or whatnot. But certainly not the political apron string that they are putting on. So do not make the mistake to see the by-election as a litmus test to test the activity of the 2027 presidential elections. Nigerians are eagerly waiting. I, for one, I don't even care if there will be local government elections in Edo State, because I already know that it's going to be 18/18 for APC. I will not bother. I'm always surprised that there are people who are still contesting against this set of people under the APC administration. If you must participate in an election, get yourself prepared for 2027. Where the person involved is not about you, it's not about them, it's about restoring convenience for humanity. Some person rushed down to use the coalition to go and contest an election in a by-election. And I ask, what are the structures on ground? It's just like you built a house. The house is still going on. You have not roofed it. You immediately packed in with your valuables, and rain or heavy downpour is coming. You expect your valuable to be protected? The answer is no. The answer is no. If you have not shared, please share. The answer is no. The coalition is on the stage of building. It is not ripe enough to even run in a councillorship election. Not to talk of using the platform. Anybody who chooses to deploy that platform at this particular time is just being egocentric. He's not concerned about the collective destiny or interest of the Nigerian people. He's concerned about seizing power, getting power for himself. For now, the coalition must build. And let me also tell those who don't understand this game. The 2027 election is going to be between Nigerians, the Western world, against the All Progressive Congress. Now, if you understand, some few days ago, a court in Canada enlisted PDP and APC as part of terror organization. The decision was greeted with wide condemnation from Nigeria. The Canadian government were privy to that information, but there were no single word of condemnation. While Nigerians were busy condemning it, Nigerian politicians, not Nigerians, we decided to take a cursory look at what terrorism is all about. Do you think it's all about taking bomb or an IED to a populated area to detonate? which will lead to the buying of so many persons alone. It's beyond that. We have what we also call financial terrorism. When we are misappropriating funds, pushing more people into the backwater of economic decadence, why those who we think should truly represent us are living in affluence, building twin duplexes, buying exotic cars, private jets, flying around the world at the collective detriment and destiny of our people. What do you also call that? Or are we claiming to be adamant when it comes to the issue of financial recklessness and terrorism as far as the Nigerian economy is concerned? Why Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo was the governor of CBN, he made a statement. He said, Nigerian economy is one of the greatest economies in the world. No matter how it is looted and how much is looted, the economy keeps thriving. So, Nemojudes in Kasaswa, no man shall be a judge in his own case. Audio Teran Paten, you must hear directly from the party first before judging. How will you be a judge in your own case? The only way you can get this right information is for those who are looking at you, watching you, to tell you, my brother, your teeth this man. So do not blame the Canadian court or whatsoever. Blame yourself. We could also recall, under the tutelage of the Jonathan administration, Nigeria intend getting arms from the United States to confront terrorism. Then Hillary Clinton was the then Secretary of State. They prohibited Nigeria from having access to such arms to fight terrorism, and the United States refused to enlist Boko Haram as a terrorist organization on the basis of the fact that they told Nigerians to go and fix the economy and see if the terrorism will continue. And we were prevented through the Lehi law. We were prevented through the Lehi law. That was how we managed to go to the black market to go and get weapons somewhere from South Africa, where a jet was caught with millions of dollars. Are we forgetting in a hurry? So, the 2027 election is going to be an election. The 2027 election is going to be an election between the Nigerian people and the set of elite. The Canadian court knows that we have a series of political parties. They never labeled any of those parties with this same tag that they gave to the ruling party, the All Progressive Congress, and the already diminishing People Democratic Party, also controlled by the All Progressive Congress. Nigeria is left with a platform, the ADC, that is still under build-up. But get it very clearly. There will be an orchestrated and a calculated attempt to launch a precise attack on the formation of the ADC. Be strong. Be determined. Be resolute. The resultant of our actions will also be efficacious. I, for one, patriotism makes us to understand the fact that we are Nigerians. Individuality, personality, and love makes me to understand that at first I was an Edo man before I became Nigerian. This statement may be wrong, but it is the truth. I have no business whatsoever with who is the senator in Edo South, Edo North, Edo Central for now. I also do not care who is the governor of Edo State for now. Why? Because I already know that the only way we can write the electoral process is for us to uproot from the very fabric and foundation, those who openly, without thinking of the emotions and feelings of Nigeria, turn 1 to be 5. And where is it coming from? It is the seat of power in Aso Villa. It is the seat of power in Aso Villa. How will you achieve a smooth sail in the electoral process? Nigerians, through a well-determined political process, must ensure political regime change. If not, from 2027 to 2031, you are going to be faced with this. And let me tell you the negative implication of not having a smooth electoral process. First, you will never get the kind of leader that will actually understand your problem and knows how to fix it. The downtrodden, the Aminukano Talakawas, the Ratags, the Jektans, and the Holopoloi in our contemporary urban and rural society will be relegated to the background and to also be pushed into the backwater of economic and political decadence. Sorry, I have not been very, very active. I will not also say much. The attack on me was so serious. Very, very serious. But you are seeing me, you may not understand. But by the grace of God, when my healing process is okay, I'll post details for you all to see. Because all the healing process, I have them on a picture photograph. I sustained serious internal injury. Very, very, very serious. Ordinarily, I can't take phone and place it close to my ear. As I'm talking to you, this part of my ear, I will not want to say much in respect to it. But by the grace of God, details will be made available subsequently. But I think it is very expedient for me to respond to the very assertion being circulated. And now let me now go again deep into the ADC. I was on call, which motivated my live video as we speak, from somebody who just commented ADC all the way, Mr. Stanley Ose or Stanley OJ, as the case may be. I'm his benefactor. Sorry, I may not use that particular English very well, but I've benefited immensely from him from the moral perspective. Also, from intelligent perspective, being eloquent, sound, or being an academic gladiator is not the basis to ascertain competencies and ability. Some persons might not be able to talk, but their wisdom is top-notch. And I benefited immensely from the wisdom of this young man, which also prompted my communication today. We were discussing and he said the only popular person that can actually win election under IDC in 2027 is Peter Obi. I said no. Popularity is applicable to the political scenario at a particular point in time. Yes, Obi is a very clear individual who has called on the federal government to identify a single corrupt case against him. To date, Obi challenge is still there. The federal government has not been able. Don't say that the federal government is not looking for, but they have not been able to find a single stain against that young man. That is integrity. Believe you me, such political scenario can only be played in America, Canada, Australia, Britain, France, and elsewhere in the developed world. I saw the chairman of the All Progressive Congress in Edo State, Jared Tedebe, coming out to say he was in the field to ascertain what is going on, but he never saw no fight at all. And Mr. Igwe went to go and comment, Efusa Igwe, and said, it's election fight. The chairman responded under the comment section and said, it is only fight that helps him to clear his BP. You see the mentality of this set of people? So, in 2023, Nigerians, including the sitting president as a then late president Muhammadu Buhari of blessed memory, never wanted Tinubu to win elections. Tinubu was not an option to Nigerians. Hence, the Obi Dati movement. Don't also forget, the same tickets that we are pushing for today, which we think will help the coalition, Atiku Obi, has been there before. It was used before. It didn't win elections. That's to tell you, political popularity is based on the political scenario at a particular point in time. Now, Obi Dati immediately grew very higher because there was no option. When it comes to the issue of integrity, you can't compare Obi and any of them. Now, the Northerners at them believe that they have ruled. It is the tone of the South. They left their son and rested their weight on Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, GCFR. Even the Yorubas as at then were not totally with Tinubu. But because of the agreement of North and South, Tinubu won the elections. Malam Nasir El-Rufai as a governor as at then, when the late president, through Emefiele, changed the Naira notes printing formation, it was El-Rufai and others who came back to say, no, that Naira must continue. We will not accept. Now ask yourself the simple question. This same set of people who said it must be Tinubu as at then are the one saying today is no longer, we don't want him. What does that tell you? The 2027 general election will favor Atiku more than any of the candidates. Look at where the coalition will make the very big mistake. Choosing the VP. Now, Obi is very okay. If Obi say, let me run from Labour or any other political platform, you cannot get the total obedience that they have in the past. I'm giving you a very clear analysis. They cannot get the total obedience that they actually have in the past. As at then, I was a member of PDP. We openly came out to support Peter Obi against the decision of the governor of Edo State as at then, His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki. 90% of governor's aide supported Peter Obi. The governor confessed publicly to say there is no houses where the obedient movement is not in. And later, to assure Atiku, he said the obedient will run out of steam. We know the result of the elections. Obedient won the election outrightly, but we cannot judge. Because we are not a judge in our own case, and we are not the electoral umpire who conducted the election. So the result given to us, it is accepted. For now, you cannot win any local election. Forget it. I was surprised PDP was even buying form to contest for Ovia or Isan or Kaduna or anywhere. Why would you buy form? Why on earth will you go and buy a form? You expect to win? If somebody is contesting an election, I will not even get involved because I know we will not win. Even if you are accustomed to victory, something will come up. The governors, the deputy, the councillors, the chairmen, the House of Assemblies, and others that will return for either second term will be determined by the decision taken at the federal. Election is in Nigeria today is no longer a direct election, but rather election influenced by what we call federal might. Now, continue analysis in respect to the coalition. Peter Obi's popularity may not be the same in 2027. Also get it very clearly. Tinubu remains the most intelligent politician, but not the best administrator. You can't rule that out. But I trust the North. So for those who are judging with the by-election, that APC won so and so play, no. APC did not win. People went there to go and vote for who they love, compared to an election that does not even involve anybody in their area. Between Atiku Abubakar and Senator, His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, GCFR. Now, they won't also tell you there's already a hiccup and bottlenecks in the All Progressive Congress. But fear the managerial capacity in terms of political management of Tinubu. So it will never be made conspicuous for the general public to be aware that there is a big disagreement in the presidency. But just watch and see. Watch and see. Now, in every election, if you have not shared this with me, please share. In every elections that involves the federal, before the election proper, they are already winning 30%. They have the army, they have the police, they have the air force, they have all the security agencies. If you must defeat them, you must win very cleanly. You must also come out to change the tide. You must vote. And you must vote for the right and better candidate. But get it clear. If we are choosing the most clean candidate, it's Peter Obi. But if you want to rescue Nigeria, Obi does not have that strength. It's the bitter truth. It is the bitter truth. They will tell you, go to court. Are you supposed to go to court in some election when you know that they use Gidigba, they do one? Change as it's supposed to be, the changer. Then they tell you, say, you go court, you go court. When you know that they get the court, how? Let's be also sincere. Who won't write the judgment? For Nigeria. If you don't win, they not fit announce you for the election ground. They announce another person, rest, not go court. You can't win in court. You can win in your polling unit. You can win in your ward. You can win in your local government. You can also win in your state. Have you won in television? Now win for telly. Now win. You need somebody like Tinubu to stand Tinubu. The person you get mind like Tinubu, if you say me anywhere you say maybe, now that kind of person you need. Not be English, That was why during my Oga carry ticket go, I told Obaseki, you see all this your tie wey dey wear, go and change them, put on polo, and make sure say the polo slack. As you wear that, your hair wey dey your chest go dey show. The game is not designed for gentlemen. This game is designed to rescue the country. So if you think say you join your command, you can say, you see people like Wike. If to say Atiku make Wike deputy, which I'm not regretting, make advice, the election go have Tinubu die. Because the men wey Tinubu get, Wike get them. And again, I listened to Dati's interview about Wike. I see reasons not to continue to blame Wike. Because he felt betrayed. You cannot tell a man how to respond. When you betray him, he said will respond. For him to work will spoil everything. He rescued Tabuwa, he built PDP, he do this one, he do that one. At the end of the day, they betray him. Then you expect him to be happy. Then he say, okay, no way, we will destroy everything. Many people did like that. So for me, I think if we are truly ready, I don't like PDP again. My tell you now. Publicly, I'm saying this now. If in case you are not aware, be aware. I have no intention whatsoever to join the APC. Get it very clearly. Not because I don't like Senator Mondo Okpebholo. Not because I don't like anybody in the Edo administration. I cannot be comfortable with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu being the president. No. A mindset is not people oriented. Because he said, let the poor breathe. But today, who is leading the onslaught against the Nigerian people? I want to ask. I have those who are watching me from America. I also have those who are watching me in Canada and elsewhere. You all will also agree to the fact that government has what they subsidize for you as a citizen. Now, let's trickle it to Nigeria. What is government subsidizing for Nigerians? The only subsidy that we get from Nigerian government has been taken away by Tinubu, which is the petroleum subsidy. To date, he uses free fuel. All government functionaries, they use the same. It is part of government is funding their life. The little one designed for the people, they say government cannot shoulder the burden. They took it away. If you dey fry chicken for your house, which is normal food, your neighbor will say, this body flares, because chicken is luxury in Nigeria. Chicken is luxury in Nigeria. Let me tell you the simple truth. Avoid those living fake life who want to deceive you that they are rich. Now, few people be rich men for Nigeria. Forget the social media presentation where people they present. They show say their life bomb. It's not bomb. When you see our people on ground, they have pimples in their faces. But we see them on TikTok, on Facebook, no pimples. That's to tell you the extent of fake lives. So do not be deceived. The only benefit that you are getting from the Nigerian government has been taken away. Look at the number of people, pedestrian, moving. Some persons can take their bath from my house here, the bypass, down to Ramat Park. with a single aim to trek from here down to Rama Park because he cannot actually afford 500 naira. You can't prepare 10,000 naira cannot prepare a better soup for you. It's not possible. You don't prepare the soup now. You want buy garri, but how? How many times? And what is the minimum wage? Debt, people will come pay school fees. Parents go pay school fees. Electricity tariff is nothing to write home about. What are you benefiting from? Even when we were crying in the past that hey, Nigeria. Now Nigeria has left from the fried pan to the bony furnace. They're going to deceive you. Our refinery has started working. Warri refinery is loading. Port Harcourt is doing this. This one is doing that. Where are all those today? Government will never sponsor a program like Never Sell Your Vote. They will never sponsor it. Because there is a clear strategy adopted. In Benin language, the strategy is called Yuamegbe Rigokerene or Wenuweno. In English, in pidgin English, it is use of repeater, give us more money, it go do what you say make you do. You pay school fees, you go to school, expecting to graduate. When you graduate, you are coming back again to learn tailoring. If you don't, you suffer. I'm advising people, those who are in my institution in the past, Auchi Polytechnic, do not read any course related to public administration, business, or thereabout. You may end up suffering. Go to technical education. Thank God today, I am working with what I learned in school. When I went to Auchi, I never wanted to read the course that I read today. The admission was almost like free. They were even looking for people to occupy that department. I was striving to be a business student, School of Bees. On getting to School of Bees, you see crowd, mass communication. As we speak, with the aid of social media, everybody is a journalist. We are dragging there. I want to. May God bless Mr. Valentine. I did not get admission in the first batch. He told me immediately, go for urban and regional planning. I said, no, I don't be that one I wanted. But today, I do not wait for government. All I am waiting for is for clients to patronize me, for me to deploy my expertise. I sold shoe. I sold jeans. I pushed wheelbarrow. I did all jobs. But when I engage in goods, because business is goods and service, when I engage in goods, the economy will drag me back inside. But today, because I render services, I remain in business, in spite of the hiccups that is affecting the business right now, which by the grace of God Almighty, we know government will also resolve it. I'm using this opportunity to advise all and sundry parents Give your children technical education. Survey and geoinformatics, like my profession, urban and regional planning, it's all encompassing. It is multidisciplinary in nature. And that is why I always continue to respect Lewis Kibo. He said town planning is the art and science of ordering the use of land and its characters for siting of buildings, communication routes, so as to secure the maximum practicable degree of economy, convenience, and beauty. You saw the reconciliation? So as to secure the maximum practicable degree of economy, convenience, and beauty. Get it clear. When you say communication route, it involves the road network. That's why before you build, you must plan. I will also say thank you to Obaseki administration for the true enforcement of town planning principle and technique in Edo State, and the compulsory implementation of the Benin Master Plan. And thank God today, the Ministry of Fiscal Planning is doing a very great job in collaboration with Edo GIs in respect to proper land management and re-establishment of positive development in all tributaries of Edo State. Yes, why I also disagree and also not happy with Governor Obaseki is, thank God I was able to also deploy my wisdom. Maybe by now I foresee wrong kobo for Nigeria. You cannot take boys, at the end of the day you leave them, you make a move, you they abroad now, they drink tea, they enjoy. If to say me no use sense, say I see the cut gidi, and I know you say this one no top put to this one. But it's I mean no fit day. Let it be known to everyone. I'm making this very clear. I am not traveling to anywhere. I did Benin. As I day here, I'm a business I do. I don't go anywhere. This is not to say that I do not have the capacity to travel to anywhere I wish to travel to around the world. Get it very clearly. I'm making it known to everybody today. Anywhere I wish to travel to today around the world, I get the capacity to do it. But you know what? I am not living here to anywhere. I told somebody, said, you just come out, me just look down. Yes, I need them. But the truth is this. There are levels at which you be in business. You know, say 24 hours self not reach. How can you leave the town, then leave vacuum for your business? It's not possible. If somebody like me wants to go for vacation, I go don't come back from the vacation before you go know say I go vacation. May I go tell you say I'm driving for vacation, so time, then you can say you want travel, you carry my work, go give one that person. No. Me go don't come back from the vacation before you go even know say I go vacation, I'll call you update you. And also, because of this template created by government and which is in continuation, the town planning profession, survey, building technology, and others, in line with the urban and regional planning law, Decree number 88 of 1992, gave a more salubrious environment to Edo. And town planners are still working, doing everything humanly possible to ensure the goal as established by Clarence Paris in 1922 under the neighborhood concept in the United States of America. Today, Edo adopted such development. All area must be bounded by arterial roads, local access, collectors, and also cul-de-sac to ensure security. That's why you see Edo development, ordinarily, after 200 feet, you have a road. All areas must be bounded. After 200 feet, you have a road. Now, because of community miscreants, Congo they say road. Normally, every 200 feet there must be road. Every 200 and 200 feet is supposed to carry It's going to be 2 by 2. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4 residential building road, an area must be designated for either commercial, industrial, recreation, and thereabout. And I also pray that government should continue the political will to enforce strictly this development pattern. Believe you me, at the end of the day, the result of our actions will be efficacious and will see reasons to celebrate a more salubrious and enabling environment. Nigerians, get yourself very prepared. Whether we like it or not, even if people choose to play politics with it, Edo is already on the right pedestal. Obaseki built a very big foundation. And I want to also commend Okpebholo. I'm coming to that. For standing in some key areas, despite the aim of propagandists, trying to create collision between Okpebholo and Obaseki. But Okpebholo is taking some decision right now, which I will discuss about. And I also want to, even if we don't like Wike, I want to also thank Wike. He made a statement when he came to commission the new Edo line. Why they were pushing for Okpebholo to go and look for a way to probe Obaseki and the rest, Wike told him, forget about that and face governance. Forget about that and face governance. We are following up strictly, stricto sensu, with what is happening on ground. So I think Nigerians must be ready to stand tall and liberate Nigeria from the shackles of oppression, intimidation, and a calculated attempt to systematically disenfranchise the general public. One would expect a president who led Nadeku, fought against the military despot, ensured that power restored back to democratic rule, where democratic tenet is adhered to strictly. But the reverse today is the case. One also salutation that I will give to Tinubu is also the right to freedom of speech to some extent. We enjoyed that under President Musa Yar'Adua. We enjoyed it under Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. We partially enjoyed it under Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He came out publicly to say, I no longer listen to social media. No matter what I do, they keep abusing me. When I watched that video, I laughed and I said, although in respect to this, I'll give him good. But we need a man with a democratic heart, and not a man that don't even care about what Nigerian feel. What are we benefiting? The last subsidy has been taken. Can you eat 3 times a day? If you are in abroad today and you have families at home, you will be crying every day because your family will use wahala finish you. Most people you can't get brothers or sisters who not agree also. Now wahala you dey. So, message to those in abroad. If you face Nigeria, you will be free. If you join in facing Nigeria, you also will be free from this group of economic scavengers. Now, in respect to popularity, don't trickle political popularity to an individual. It depends on what is obtainable at that particular point in time. For now, and this is the truth, we may not have the best to be president, but the only one that can truly stand to confront Tinubu as at now, based on the political temperature and climate and the way it is, I think Atiku Abubakar stand more chances. Obi is the best, but Atiku can stand the fight based on northern elite and agreement. That is that. Now let me let my views and opinion now to Edo State, which is the second segment of my discussion. Let's look at the decision taken so far by Okpebholo. When I say this, people will say Mr. Fence because I am a Mr. Fence. It is the truth. So if you call me Mr. Fence, you are not insulting me. In fact, very soon, I'm going to edit my Facebook page and add Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakwunokwudin, bracket, Mr. Fence. I will edit it and add a bracket, Mr. Fence. So if you call me Mr. Fence, you are not insulting me. You have just said the bitter truth. This young man in UK, Albert, in one of his videos, he said, no, chameleon. He may not be lying. If I not follow them like that, but this can't have a wrong more for Billy, my brain be everything. If they send you message, use your own sense to do one. I was like that. But my experience, in fact, if you want to know about me, go and meet Pastor Sagi Iseyam. We will tell you. I have served in almost the highest capacity of PDP in Edo State. Some of them never even start to know it to be election. When they do transformation agenda for Jonathan, myself, Letig Basefe, Osarbo Edaosa, Kotisego Saubo, and Akere Ogbesia. I was the youngest in the Jonathan support group. Go and ask. Denise was the DG with Danobi working together as the state chairman. Go and ask Honorable Iji Agonaima. But I know something that regardless, politics na bring. And my experience in Ward 9, Uhiye community, the former Uhiye chairman, lost his life in elections related activity. Politicians, the whole of us, I was on ground. We went there to go and cry, promising to do heaven and earth for the deceased widow. But we never returned. If anything happens to you today politically, you will be, see, if you know how to forget who died quickly, you use your brain. Yes, we will all die. But there is time for every man. Don't go and create problem for yourself to lead yourself to Sheol, a Greek word, which is the common grave of man. In Benin language, there's a name called Enwalu. Now brain that they use. So, if peradventure you call Sakonokodi Mr. Fence, you are very, very right. That is who I am. But let's be very factual now. Let's come to Edo State. In terms of talking, I score Okpebholo 0. In terms of decision making, I score him 100. And too much of talk, not they put food for table. In the past, in this Edo State, if you are not a member of any organization, you may not be free. I mean illegal organization. Let me break it down. Cultism. You may not be free. But as of today, go and check the narrative in the street. Men run, children remain. Culty what? Decisive decision taken by the administration. Whether you like it or not, you will score Okpebholo in that regard. Again, let me tell you now, if you are not aware, some members of the All Progressive Congress are already angry with the governor. Because they thought that it's going to be a platform. This one will not defeat up. Will you put on? Will you begin to beat everybody, collect money for street? A standard has been set by Obaseki. it is an APC government. It's an Okpebholo's administration. If Okpebholo, at the end of the day, fails to act, is going to take the blame. Decision over ticketing. Get it clearly. Motorists should know this. Government must collect their money from you. Government revenue is in your hands. But the government is not comfortable with the way and manner this set of people are collecting this money. Harassing people, creating unnecessary problem. Okpebholo said, no matter my friendship with you, do you think it is easy for a man to take decision against his own friend? I was shocked to see that. Again, in respect to that, I also score him another 100. I also score him another 100. Some persons will say, why are you celebrating flyover? Why are you celebrating? What is flyover that you are celebrating? Now, man, we wear shoe. Then we wear the pinna. In 2020, after the gubernatorial elections, my first video was to request from the Obaseki administration a flyover in Okpebholo. Don't also forget, if the government is willing to tell you this truth, go and investigate. This current flyover that you are seeing right now was actually proposed by the Okpebholo administration. If you go Ramat Park now, where they do that flyover, you go see where they don't dig. You'll see heavy pillar base where they ground before. All those areas have underground sewers. You'll see heavy pillars where they don't build. Then they crack that pillar now to consolidate on. That was the structure built by Dr. Samuel Okpebholo. And also, majority of houses in those areas had already received compensation from the administration of Okpebholo as at then. I have said this before now. I'm going to repeat it again. What are the problems of Nigeria? Listen as I list. 1. Lack of sagacious political leader. 2. Non-enlightened and egalitarian citizenry. 3. Ineffective legal machinery. 4. Corruption and fund misappropriation. Note this, number 5. Lack of consistency in policy implementation by successive administration or regime. 6. Low human development index. These are the key problems militating against the problem of Nigeria. Now, lack of consistency in policy implementation by successive administration or regime. Are you telling me that governments are not privy to those details ever since that area is supposed to host the flyover? They all refuse. Now we lead onslaught against Okpebholo for social media. We spoil a name during election. In pre-election era and election era. We rest in the post-election era. But that same man, we don't get series of government, take the lead to actually consolidate on that. But I need just 2 roads. Just 2 roads, 2 major roads. 1, the flyover that you are seeing now to help discongest traffic. The second one, Guinness has already tied 40%. Sorry, 50%. Remaining 50% down to the river. Government need to bridge that river down to some savior. If that is done, you have three-way roads into the hills. May God also bless Dr. Okpebholo for opening the Upper Mission Extension, which created second alternative into the Okpebholo Hill axis. How many governments actually took such bold step to achieve this? So, politically, I may not like Okpebholo, but if you are saying that it's not shocking you, you are lying. What I will appeal to him is this: Your Excellency, sir, please sign CFO. Sign CFO. And I also appeal to you, sir, Your Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo. You need a signing machine. Let nobody discourage you from getting those signing machine. We have different type of people. Okpebholo is very intelligent, but you cannot sit in one place. I cannot say I'm intelligent, I cannot say I'm not intelligent. Let me not speak about that. I can't also sit in one place. But you see people like Obaseki, they can sit and read. Aswell cannot sit in one place. He's very intelligent as well. Obaseki can sit, read, check, and sign. No document spends 3 days in his office. But everybody is different. So if anybody chooses to criticize government to say, why will you get a signing machine? The most valuable thing in Nigeria or anywhere in the world is the resources, the money. Nobody signs money with their hands. It is signed with machine. All you need is to ensure security in the signing process to avoid plagiarism. That is all. So, Your Excellency, for me, I will say the way it is. After this video, I will also be insulted, because what they want to hear from me is Okpebholo is bad, Okpebholo is bad, Okpebholo is bad. That's what they want me to be saying. But you see me, I want to say thank God. I've eaten this morning, not from them. The source of my eating is coming from two places. One, those who call me to do CFO and survey for them. Two, the government who at the end of the day signed it. Then who gives us food is our ubiquitous God, the Most High God Jehovah, who lives in heaven. So I do not care about what others think, because they are also striving for their personal interest, not for me. I owe myself a responsibility to say the truth at all time. Don't also make promises that you cannot keep, because under our watch we also promised to build airport in Auchi. Till today, no airport. I want to give you this admonition, Senator Monday Okpebholo. Do the one way you feel do. As Ali do reach, he go jail. Now our father Okpebholo assistant for bail. Not promise the one you know if you do. Anyone you promise, execute. Convince us with development. And again, this is the fact. Governor, there are two ways to gain governor's attention. Some will be insulting you because they want you to look at them. They don't care about the do. They don't care about the development of Edo. They don't. All they want, because there are some persons who cannot actually live without public funds. I want to cite a classical example. All through under Obaseki administration, I think count how many times go government house. There was a day I was in government house. I wore brown beret, I wear green shirt, and the picture is still online. I was called upon by the chief of staff as at then to come. Or either the SSG says I'm going to come, I want to see you. I can't just, I'll leave my work, I'll say I go government house. No. I'm not lazy. I work. If not be this recent challenge we meet me, but thank God at the sub-mountain. You can't see me at home on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, as you see me now. I'll put you on when I resume just this Monday. I'll do one. I know if you do again, I'll say I did go out. I'll do another one, say I did go out. I'll do another one, say I did go out. It's not so in the past. But I pray people will get details of what actually happens to me in pictures. If to say we're not gallant as person, as a man, by this kind of time we're not supposed to get up. But we also thank God. So, Your Excellency, focus, build, develop, and also give opportunity to those who you think has the brain in your APC and in the DO to move your government forward. And the decision to stop those agberos, the ticketing people, and those where they beat drivers and the rest, you have made the best of decision. If they need job, it's either they provide their certificates, or you provide them with a large expanse of land, may they go do agriculture to ensure food security. If they say they get boys who work for you, agriculture is the future. Money too much for agriculture. Let those boys go to the farm and work. All of us now don't they go back to farm. Let them go to the farm and work. They will make the same money. They don't need to slap market women or bus driver to make money. Everybody go to the bookie. Let us collectively build the economy. No free money for anybody. This is the message I have for us today. I'm Comrade Stanley Sakuno, by the grace of God, the CEO of Woman Edo State, the Coordinator General Edo Diaspora Connect Worldwide. I want to say thank you. Bye for now, and happy Sunday.
Now we don't hear from Comrade Stanley Osazo Sakuno. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help or share. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.